Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box, here on Jared Takes the L. Welcome to the month of August. We have a lot of great videos for you guys this month. Actually, there's 5 Jared Opens a Box videos, and we're kicking things off today, of course, with it being SummerSlam weekend, the first ever 2-night WWE SummerSlam. I figured it was a good way to celebrate by having some more WWE Pops here on the channel. Of course, I am a little behind on the WWE Pops now, just like I usually am with the Pokemon Pops. But these 3 nonetheless are really cool, and I've been really looking forward to reviewing these for you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. So our first one, and believe it or not, we're actually going in order, numerical order this time. Our first one is, of course, the Ring General, Gunther. So he is, of course, the current World Heavyweight Champion. In my opinion, one of the best wrestlers in WWE today. Although don't tell Summer that, she's not a big fan of him. But he is awesome. In this one, he has the Intercontinental Championship. Well, excuse me. Intercontinental Championship, which he did hold longer than anybody in the modern era of WWE. But he is, of course, now in his second reign as World Heavyweight Champion. So this is Pop WWE number 170. There is the box, side of the box, back of the box. And they're using older Pops on the back. They don't have the Pops that were in this wave. That's my biggest gripe with the WWE Pops, is that they never have the ones from that particular wave. So what are you going to do? I wish they would. I didn't get all the Pops from this wave. I only got 3 of them. I think there were 6. Just stuck with these 3 here. Alright, so here is Gunther. I think they actually did a really good job with this one. They honestly got the hair down pretty well. They even gave him, like, the chiseled jaw. You can see, like, the outline here, and even, like, the face that he makes. They put the outlines for everything there, which I think is hilarious. Of course, he is posing that pose where he puts his arms behind his back. The Intercontinental Championship looks really well done here. I think they did a great job with the designs on that one. He is, of course, wearing this red ring gear, which, I mean, he's kind of worn a couple of times now. But yeah, honestly, that's pretty much it for this one. But there's not really much else they had to do. I think they absolutely nailed it. I think it would have been cool if he had the coat that he always comes out with, but I guess they wanted to show off the championship and stuff for this one. So that makes perfect sense. You know, I definitely see where they're coming from. And of course, it does make sense for him to have the Intercontinental Championship since he did set such a historic record with that belt. I think they did a good job with this overall. And of course, Gunther is going to be competing at SummerSlam, actually night 1 tonight. He's defending that world title against CM Punk. So we'll see how that match goes. But yeah, there is Gunther. Alright, our next one, another one of the biggest stars in WWE right now, another one of my personal favorites. We have Iyo Sky, she's been 2-time women's champion, the women's world champion and the just straight women's champion, as well as NXT women's champion. I think she's been WWE women's tag team champion, NXT women's tag team champion. She's been pretty much holding every title there is to hold other than the mid-card titles, but those were just introduced. I'm sure she'll get to it. But this is Pop WWE number 171. There is the side of the box, back of the box there, and the other side. But yeah, Iyo Sky, really good wrestler. Just had a phenomenal match that I just saw from the all-women's pay-per-view Evolution. She put on a phenomenal match with Rhea Ripley, which, yeah, that match was honestly really good. I just got to see it the other day. It was fantastic. All right, so here is Iyo Sky. I think they did a really good job with this one. They got the hair down. You know, you kind of have like the half black, half red hair. I think they did a good job with that. She also has a little bit of, you know, the makeup on here as well, which you can see around the eyes and the eyelashes and all of that. The outfit is really cool as well. Lots of different colors, lots of different details on there. She always has an outfit very similar to this, usually just changes up the colors and stuff like that, but usually it's very similar. But yeah, I think Funko did a great job with this one. I think this actually would have benefited from having a championship as well. I mean, she could have had the women's championship. I'm going to say the Women's World Championship because she just won that one earlier this year. But the Women's Championship, she went into WrestleMania last year with the belt. Actually, she went to WrestleMania this year too, but that's neither here nor there. I think that they could have added a championship or even a women's Money in the Bank briefcase, since she also won that a couple of years ago. But I think for what it is, they did a great job with this one. Iyo Sky, of course, also will be competing at SummerSlam, I believe on night 2. She's in a triple threat match with Rhea Ripley and the women's world champion Naomi. So we will see who wins that one, but this is yet another cool pop for the WWE collection. It did come with a base as well, so yeah. Anyways, moving on to our last pop here. Another one of my personal favorites. All three of these are some of my favorites, which is why it's such a great wave. But this one especially is really, really cool. We have L.A. Knight. And that's the part where you guys are supposed to say, yeah. Of course, some of you don't know what that means, but some of you will. But yes, we have L.A. Knight here. This is Pop WWE number 172. There is the side of the box, the back of the box, and the other side. L.A. Knight definitely rising in popularity these last couple of years. Went from, he was in NXT, and he went from being like the manager of, I can't remember what they were even called. There's something different now in AEW, but they had a specific name. It was Mansoor and what a Mace or whatever the heck his name was. But anyways, he was the manager of that group and then ended up going back to being LA Knight. Kind of floundered for a little bit. Then he had that feud with Bray Wyatt and then eventually ended up gaining popularity to the point where he was challenging for the undisputed WWE Championship later that same year. So that was honestly pretty cool. And ever since then, he's pretty much been a mainstay in WWE. But here is LA Knight, and I think they did a good job with this one. Rather than going with the wrestling gear for this, they actually gave him some of the outfits that he would wear when he does his classic promos. They even gave him the microphone as well. He's well known for being great on the mic. He does have, looks like he's doing what I just did right there, the LA Knight. Looks like that's what he's getting ready to do right there. They gave him the sunglasses, which is awesome. These little with the circular lenses. I think that looks really, really cool. They got the hair down pretty good as well. He's wearing an LA Knight t-shirt. That red LA Knight shirt, I'm sure, is on WWE Shop if you guys are interested. And he has this jacket on as well with that logo in the back that he's always wearing. He's always got jeans and these boots on as well. So that's like his thing. But yeah, this one's really cool. I think it makes a lot of sense to have him like this rather than in the wrestling gear. I feel like this is a little bit more bigger representation of LA Knight here. But yeah, this one came out looking really, really good. He doesn't have a match at SummerSlam, surprisingly enough. There were rumors that he was going to be continuing his feud with Seth Rollins. Of course, Seth Rollins did get injured in their last match, so kind of left LA Knight without anything to do at SummerSlam, but he could still show up at some point. I wouldn't be too surprised. But nonetheless, LA Knight. So yeah, this is a great wave. I think they all look fantastic. 10 out of 10, no doubt in my mind. This is definitely one of the better waves of WWE Pops that we have seen. Although the next one that's going to be coming up here soon is going to be a good contender for that as well. But I think these three came out looking really, really good. Yeah, I just think they're all great. But let me know down below which of these were your favorite. I'll go through them one more time here for you guys. We have Gunther, we have Iyo Sky, and we have LA Knight. So yeah, let me know down below which of these were your favorites. When we come back next week, we're going to be taking a look at pops from the most recent MCU Spider-Man show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So that's going to be coming your way next week. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.